What's up, everybody? This is Janjo here. I was thinking about doing another tech video, and I was trying to think of the next very spicy tech, and all I was thinking was Penguin Night.
How could this happen to me?
Yeah, so we're not doing Penguin Night, obviously. I mean, maybe.
I made my mistakes.
No, not a Penguin Night. So I decided to actually ask all of you, yes, everyone who is a Janjo supporter in my community tab, which I'll do polls and questions and fun stuff like that.
Pokemon go to the polls.
So you all can help, with this channel a little bit. So, Hijinks, hi, says Needle Sealing, stops goats and Thousand Eyes Restricts, Tsukiyomi, Ojama Trio, Panda, Goats, Monster Gate, Dimension Future, Turn from Different Dimension, etc. Yeah, Needle Sealing is pretty good. Needle Sealing just blows out a lot of monsters on the field, but it's very situational, but I like it. And they also suggest a Remove Trap. It's very simple and effective card deal with Royal Decree in an aggro deck. Also useful for dealing with Gravity Bind, Wall of Revealing Light, Call of the Haunted, Skill Drain, Nightmare Wheel, and Jing Zhen Hu. The Remove Trap is kind of funny, because it was from The Legend of Blue Eyes, and it's kind of a shitty card, but at this point, yeah, he actually brings up a pretty good logic here. We can talk about stuff like Royal Decree and Gravity Bind. Like, it's actually like pretty good against very stall-heavy decks, so you can just destroy a track card. You know it's gonna be there, not waste your MST or Heavy Storm. So actually, I kind of dig that. Because I'm a Yugi Kaiba format fan myself. The MOC Master says, I like to play a single Iron Blacksmith Kotetsu with either Mage Power or Unite Withstand to go with Snatch Seal and Premature Burial. Gives you a good selection of spells to choose without needing graveyard setup like Magician of Faith. I really dig this. I've actually been a big fan of Kotetsu, even at least just like one copy per deck, because yeah, even if you're not running a high amount of equipped spell cards, you can still search an equipped spell card, and most decks are running at least Snatch, Steal, and Premature Burial. You get what I'm saying? So if you're running any other sort of equip, it could be anything. It could be one other one. It could be like a Megamorph. It could be Fairy Meteor Crush, Big Bang Shot, whatever. But yeah, I dig Kotetsu. All right, Yugioh Old School Philippines says, I always side non-aggression area in my decks. Having a one-turn respite from special summoning, especially mid-game where the field is already set up for chaos plays, is good. Yeah, having a card that's kind of slows down the game like a little bit, but doesn't prevent you from doing stuff like a Gravity Bind. I dig that. Also, the art for non-aggression area is pretty cool. All right, Suzanne Boots mentions, I'm fond of a copy or two of Metaza the Zapper in the sideboards of my aggressive decks. Not a spectacular card. He has a bunch of small things going for him. He has a Rhoda Tomato Target. He gets under level limit, Gravity Bind. He can't be Snatch Sealed or 1000 Eye Restricted. He has a Dark for Chaos. He clears 2 goats, which is decent, and he hits for a massive 2600 on an empty board.
I'm bigger than you. I'm higher in the food chain.
Equipped cards aren't exactly good, but if you want to get cute with that kind of stuff, Metaza does have extra synergy with them as well. Breathe. Yeah, no, Metaza, I think a lot of people really like that card. Really sort of any card that has multiple functions, even something like Blindly Loyal Goblin, which is another card that your opponent can't seal, is really good. But with Metaza, you have that double attacking thing going on. You have like the whole warrior, and it's a level 3, and there's a lot of really great stuff going for it, and it's definitely a spicy tech.
Still no face.
Especially for warrior decks, let alone all the variants of warrior we have. Warrior Toolbox, Warrior Chaos, what have you. Next we have Harry Plofsky, Different Dimension Capsule. We see in later formats that Gold Sark is considered a staple, and DDC is basically a fragile version of that. I like using it in decks with 3 of the card I'm most likely to need. Something like using to get Grand Maju in a ritual, or not Grand Maju, Manju in a ritual deck, or Necro Valley and Gravekeepers, or even staple cards like Scapegoat, Metamorphosis, Thunder Dragon, Judgment, MOF, or the Koichi if you play 3. Yeah, I kind of dig that. Gold Sark is an interesting card, and Different Dimension Capsule is kind of weird because it's not a continuous spell, but it has to say on the field. It's like a Swords that are revealing light. But it does make your opponent have to kind of deal with that. Now, the downside is that if it's destroy, your card is kind of left in limbo banish zone there. But, you know, it could be kind of cool if you're playing like a Grand Maju deck, because if it's banished, then like, oh well. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can actually search out with it. Yeah, I think that's definitely like a spicy deck I like to see more testing around. All right, last one we have is Jimmy from the Block. I love using Green Kappa, Rota Search, Double MST. A big one I play in my Water Gravity Bind deck, Tornado Wall. Oh, you use all your backer removal? Cool, I have a big blanket now. Yeah, Tornado Wall is really annoying when you can't inflict battle damage to your opponent because they have that continuous trap on the field. Now, of course, you do have to play like a water deck, but you know, if you are doing a sort of water stall sort of deck, with like stuff like Gravity Bind or like Level Limit, God, let alone Daedalus. Yeah, Tornado Wall is pretty spicy indeed. And also, I have a OCG video that's already up, so you should check that out next.